Well, 7th day, kiddos. We only have 5 left in this series, and then we'll have to start something new. Well, let's get right to what tools we're going to need today. We're going to need a hot glue gun. We're going to need Mod Podge. We're going to need extra fine silver glitter and chunky glitter. This is more of that octagon shaped glitter more than it is chunky glitter. You're also going to need 2 brushes. One to get your Mod Podge out with, and one to actually put it on the thing, because you're going to see that it's going to cross-contaminate when you start brushing it on. You're going to see gold glitter come off on that brush, and that's when I stopped and I used one to pull it out and put it in a tray, and then one to actually brush it on with. So what we're doing, why you do this, is because there is this black piece of plastic underneath there, and I don't know if yours did this or if it was just mine, but this glitter just came right off. So I'm just trying to cover it up. Plus, that gold is really gold. So I use more of a silver and bronze effect in my decorating. So I just wanted to spruce it up some and make it not look, like it came from the Dollar Tree. So what I'm doing now is I put the Mod Podge on, and then I put a little bit of the extra fine glitter. And I'm doing this in sections for the most part until I get, pretty well down in there, and then I start putting on the thick glitter. Now I did use a separate piece of paper for the Mod Podge than I did for when I put the glitter on, and that was to try to save some of the glitter, because if you glued on one and then sprinkled on that one, you're going to get your glitter stuck and you won't be able to reuse it. So for the most part, only during the tub chups do I use the Mod Podge like I'm doing right here. See, I'm talking about myself, but those are the touch-up parts and where I want to add the thicker glitter later on. So you can see with the extra fine glitter, I was sprinkling it on and then I was rubbing it in with my fingers. The same with the chunky glitter, I did the same thing. I would put the Mod Podge on, then I would rub the glitter down in it to make sure that it got good adhesion. So I'm putting on glue, then I put on the glitter, and then I put some more glue on and put some more glitter on, and I just keep layering it up a thin layer at a time. You could do it thicker if you want, but I just find that I don't like the look of the clear, even though the Mod Podge dries clear, I don't like the look of it because it makes it kind of shiny. Even the matte sometimes on top of silver will look a little shiny, so, or that you'll be able to see it. And in a few places where it got kind of thick, I could see it on mine. So, that's why I like layering it up a little at a time. Also, I'm wanting some of the gold to show through on there. So that's why I'm doing like a thin coat and a thin coat and a thin coat. Because when you mix silver and gold, you get an antique silver, is what I always call that color. And that's kind of the look that I already have. Like I said, I have bronze in my living room. And that's just kind of the antique silver. It dulls down the silver. It dulls down the bright gold, and it just, it makes it that antique silver color that I really, really like to use. Now I'm just going to hot glue on a little red rhinestone to make him look like Rudolph. This actually came off of those Christmas trees that I did early in the week. If you'll look at the green bell, it had those little red rhinestones on it, and I save everything, obviously, because you'll use it again somewhere, and obviously I did. I'm so proud of myself because I used it and didn't just hoard it away. Now I'm just going over the edges and making sure that I get all of those little black spots that the gold rubbed off on. I want to make sure I really get those good. And then I'm going to start now on the Merry Christmas with just putting on the Mod Podge again and then starting the layering process all over again. Making sure to go over all the edges one more time and make sure that it's good. Now with the magic of the camera, it's the next day. And this is dried about 10 hours before I started messing with it. I'm going to take the scissors and any of those big chunks that are hanging off the sides in the little grooves, I'm going to cut them out. Now, of course, you don't have to wait 10 hours. You know, as soon as yours is dry, you can start messing with it. I would just make sure it's really good and dry. I'm just still going over all of the little corners and working it out, trying to make sure that I don't have any extra pieces. That could, you know, make the difference when you're standing back from it, make it look, you know, funny. So I wanted to make sure the shape was good. Now I couldn't find any fishing lines, so what I did was I improvised, overcome, adapted. I went and got some of this curly ribbon, or I think that's what I call it anyway, curly ribbon. And I pulled some of the wires out of it. And I used that like I would fishing line. I just cut the piece as big as I wanted and then pulled the strings out of the middle. I used a couple of strings on each one just so that it could be almost clear. It wasn't quite clear, but I couldn't get to the store to get fishing line, and I couldn't find my fishing line. So this was the next best thing I could come up with. Now wire would work, or if you have some pretty ribbon that you like, that would have worked too. This is what I had, so this is what I used. And it is almost invisible. I mean, you can still see that it's white, but it is clear. Fishing line, I'm going to tell you, will work the best if you're not looking for lines. Now, why did it take me 20 minutes to put these sprigs and berries somewhere? I have no clue, but just some days work out and some days don't. Well, I hope you're enjoying this series. This was the 7th day. I can't wait to see you tomorrow, and I just enjoy seeing that subscriber count climb every day. Thank you guys. It really means a lot to me, and it kind of is inspiring to get me to think up some more cute little ideas for you. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Merry Christmas.